In this video I will show you how to use MultiArt tool Photoshop action. So what I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna use this photo here, play the action, and I'm gonna create this effect. Okay, so as you can see, the action creates a really advanced art effect of your photo, and there are a lot of options to customize this effect, so you can achieve a lot of different kinds of art. Okay, so I'm gonna show you now a few more examples that I have made using this action. From this photo I created this. From this I created this. Here, as you can see, I have added some texture. So 70 textures are coming with the action. So you can just easily apply them on your photo. I'm going to show you that later. And also you can choose from 33 color options. And from this I created this. Okay, I will close down these windows now. Okay, this photo they're gonna use. So to open your photo, just go to File, Open, choose your photo, click Open. Okay, and when you open your photo, first you need to check is that your photo is a background layer, so it must be called background and have this lock icon. And if it's something like this or anything else, just go to Layer, New, choose Background from Layer. Okay, and make sure that your image mode is RGB color mode 8-bit cam. About the image size, you can use the photos that have the resolution 72 or 300, so actually work with all kinds of resolution. For image size here, I usually use that photos that have at least 1500 width or height. Okay, so for best results, don't use the smaller photos than 1500 for wider height. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this size now. Okay, and to load the action, go to Window, Actions. Now click on this little arrow here and choose the Load Actions, and just choose the action that can be downloaded. Okay, here it is. And now make a new layer. Just rename it to Brush. All letters must be lowercase, otherwise the action won't work. And now just pick some brush tool and choose any color. Color is not important. Just set some color that you can easily see on your photo, and just brush over your photo. So I'm just gonna do that quick. You don't have to be precise here at all. So I'm just gonna brush like this, and all you need to do now is to play the action. And the action needs a few minutes to complete, so it really depends on your image size. So I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna fasten the video here, and then I'm gonna come back when the action is finished to show you how can you customize the effect. So I will go through all the layers and show you how can you customize each one and how it works and how can you achieve a different types of art. Okay. Okay, the action has just stopped. So first I will close the actions panel. Okay, let's see what we got here. When the action is finished, you will see that the group of MultiArt 2 will be selected. So just hold Ctrl-Alt buttons for PC or Command-Alt for Mac, and just click this little arrow here. So in that way you will close all the folders. And this is the MultiArt 2 folder, and we got the adjustments and the color options. So I first gonna customize the MultiArt 2, and then I'm gonna go to these two groups. Okay, I just gonna select this edge sharpen layer, and if you're happy with this effect, then just leave it like here, But if you want to customize the effect, then turn off this layer, and we're gonna make it again on the end of the customization. Okay, so now as I said, first I'm gonna customize this effect here. Okay, this is the foreground texture. Okay, so you can change its opacity here just by playing with this cursor. Okay, and this is the pencil strokes group, okay, and pencil sketch group. So actually these two groups creates this pencil drawn effect. And if you wanna have a pencil drawn effect, then you don't need actually these three groups here. So just play with these two groups. Okay, when you open this folder, you will see that pencil strokes are fully layered. So you can just turn off some of them if you don't like it. And also, if you want to increase their density, just turn on this layer. Okay. And also, if you want to remove strokes on some places, just select its layer mask, take a brush tool, choose black color, and just brush where you want to remove the strokes. Okay. And also later, if you want to get back strokes on that place where you removed them, just set foreground color to white and brush there. Okay. And you will see that there is already some layer mask. So if I turn it off, okay, so you'll see it will create the strokes all over your photo. So what I usually do, I just set this color to black, and I brush a little bit over here. That's I'm gonna do now to remove the strokes over my photo. So I'm gonna actually leave them just on the corners. I'm gonna remove them all the way here. Okay. And I'm gonna I can play with the opacity opacities of each layer separately, but now I'm just gonna lower the opacity of the whole folder. Okay. And set it like this. And I'm gonna go to pencil sketch group. Okay, you'll see that you got a shading and detailed sketch layers, so you can also change their opacities if you like, and there are some additional lines that you can, if you want to just turn off, you can just turn them on to add more lines to your sketch. And I usually, when I use the effect on human portraits, I usually don't use these layers, but maybe this one and a few more here. So I usually use them when I apply the effect on the cars and other objects. Okay, and you can also increase the density here. And I'm gonna play with this opacity here now. So as you can see, let's set it something like this. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like this. And also, if you want to remove the pencil sketch on some places, just select its layer mask and brush black on that places. What you can also do is you can actually make this pencil drawn effect all over your photo, no matter what area you have brushed. Okay, so you can just take this color to white and brush in the background. But now my photo doesn't have some details in the background, so I have only this shading there. Okay, but if you have some photo that have some details in the background, you can just brush all over your background and make the pencil sketch effect all over the photo, not just on the brush where you have brushed. Okay, so this is the background texture. You can choose from 4 textures here, and just choose the one that you like. I'm gonna choose this one now and play with this opacity here. And also you can remove the texture on some places, just select the layer mask, choose black color and brush where you want to remove it. You can, this is the background color, so you can double click here and you can play with the colors of the background. So you can choose any color that you like. And I'm gonna lower the opacity of this layer here a little bit. And you can also place your own texture. So just go to this group here and go to File, Place, and when you choose your photo, click Place, and you will place your own background here, background texture, and you can change that its color mode. So I use the different color modes for each texture. Okay, so this was the pencil effect, pencil drawn effect. So as you saw, there are a lot of options you can play here to achieve different types of the pencil sketch. And now I'm gonna paint the photo, so I'm gonna turn on the layer called Paint. Okay, here it is. And actually paint is only shown on the places where you have brushed your photo. And but what you can do, you can actually paint the whole photo no matter what area you have brushed. So if I hold the shift button, click here, remove the layer mask, you'll see you can make the whole photo turned into painting. Okay, or you can just select its layer mask, take a white color, and just brush on the places where you want to what you want to paint areas. So when you go with white color on the brush mask, you will actually start painting your photo. Okay, and this is the and you can also remove the painting on some place with black color. This is the short paint strokes group. So when I turn it off, it creates these short brush strokes all over your brushed area. Okay, and a little bit outside. So you can just select its layer mask, and with black color you can remove the effect on place where you want. So what I usually do is I select its layer mask, set foreground color to black, and just fill the layer mask. So I actually remove the effect, and then I take a white color for background foreground color, and then I just brush on the places where I want to show these lines. Okay, so I just set it on the end so it looks like a unfinished painting. Okay, like this. And I'm gonna select the brush layer, select this layer mask, and leave the white color here for a foreground, and it's gonna fill it. So I will cover the whole brushed area also with the short paint strokes, and then I'm just gonna use the black color to remove the stroke on some places to make the photo more clear. Okay, like this. Okay, let's brush a little bit more here. That's it. And also I forgot to tell you, for the paint layer, you can play with its opacity also. You can lower the opacity of the paint, and you can also remove that layer and leave only the paint strokes. I'm gonna use the both layers now, and here we got the long paint strokes. Okay, so when you open the folder, you'll see that some layers are turned on, some are turned off. So I just left some random strokes here visible, but you can turn them off all and then start turning on the one that you like. If you don't like it, simply turn it off and try with another strokes. Okay, so let's find one that goes the best with our photo. Okay, I'm gonna use this stroke variation, and you can turn them all of course if you want. And there is a paint strokes density, so if you want to increase the density, just turn on this layer. I'm gonna turn it on and lower its opacity a little bit. Okay, and here we got the layer mask, so I'm gonna just quickly turn off this layer mask to see what it really does. Okay, if I turn it off, you'll see that it will strokes will cover the whole photo, so you can just pick a white color and just brush on some places so where you want it to cover the photo. Okay, or just choose the black color and brush over places where you want to remove it. Okay, I'm gonna just brush a little bit here. Okay, I'm gonna leave it this way. And okay, that was actually I'm happy with this design. So now I'm gonna go to the adjustments and color options. Okay, here are the adjustments. So I'm gonna remove this layer. As I said, I'm gonna make it again. First I'm gonna customize these 3 layers. This is the overall brightness. So when you double click here, you can change the brightness of your photo by playing with these cursors. Okay, so I'm just gonna brighten the photo a little bit. And the overall contrast, just play with this opacity here. Okay, and overall saturation, when you double click here, the saturation is already set to 23, but you can change it using this cursor, of course. So I'm gonna leave it like this. And now I'm gonna make a sharpen layer. So make a new layer, go to image, Apple image, and now go to filter, other, high pass, and just set radius to 2 and set this color mode to vivid light. And now I'll just play with the opacity. I'm gonna lower it a little bit. 75 is great. Okay, and now go to color options. You can choose from 33 color options. So this color option will be turned on by the action, and I usually leave that color option there and just pick some other. So all you have to do is to pick some color option, turn it on, see how it looks. If you don't like it, simply turn it off. Okay, so what you can also do, you can also combine a few color options. So that's what I actually usually do. I turn on, for example, this color option, lower its opacity a little bit, and then try with another, maybe this one, but lower it. So you can combine more than 2-3 color options. I sometimes use 5 color options, for example. So just play with them until you find until you make the color option that you like the most. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna just use these color options here, and here we got a brush layer. So that is the brush layer that he made on the beginning of the video, and I left this layer here if you want to play the action again. So all you have to do is to remove these 3 groups, and just your photo is ready to play the action again. And actually action is made so every time you run the action you'll get unique result even if you use the same brushed area. So these paint strokes will always you will only get a different strokes variation of all these strokes on photo. Okay, so you can actually make unlimited numbers of results. And also what you can do, you can apply some texture. Okay, these textures are coming with the download, so you can choose from abstract textures, splatter textures, stroke textures, and watercolor textures. So I actually have 70 color options, as I said on the beginning of the video, and just choose the one that you like. I'll choose this one, and they got a high resolution, as you can see. Okay, so I'm just gonna drag it here. Here it is. And now we're gonna open the MultiArt group. Let me see. Here it is. And I'm just going to move it under the painting layer and above these pencil layers. Oh, I'm sorry, I left this checked. Okay, here it is. And you can move this texture, you can transform it, you can rotate it, scale it, okay, and set it here. You can double click on it, choose the color overlay, and you can change its color. For example, I'm going to use this one here, and then you can play with the opacities. As set something like this. Okay, and you can also add more textures. You can add them as many as you like. Okay, so just place it there, and you can again play with colors and so on. So I'm gonna just leave this texture here, and that's it. I hope you understood everything. But if you got any, if you need any assistance with the action, or you got any questions, you can always contact me via my Envato profile page. And also, I can give you the PSD file of any of my preview images if you think that they're gonna help you. So you can see how exactly I customized each photo for preview image. And thanks for watching. Bye.